Alright guys, Beelum here, back with more NieR Automata. It's been a bit, it's been like an hour, and yeah, a little bit over an hour. Which I just realized the timer's probably running the entire time. Actually, I just want to see, because I didn't even think about that until now. But yeah, the timer's been running. Because this game for some reason doesn't have a... Yeah, it's been an hour and 7 minutes, you can see there. Yeah, let's continue on. We'll do one more episode for today. I think I'm going to call it a day after, so... I do have stuff going on later today, and I do want to at least get a little bit done in terms of work for my other channel, so... you know what? Fuck it. Let's just listen to a vibe. Again, like, all this is like a replay of something. What do I have to listen to? I think I finished all the Big Brother. Oh, I have the B&B. I still need to finish. Just double checking, make sure there's nothing else. Yeah. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Got 43 minutes of the B&B. There we go. Alright, let's go.
Yeah. It's the only thing we all wanted. Okay, so the Zoom call, the overalls, also his Converse shoes that are signed, and a worn t-shirt that was signed.
What went for the most?
Yes, what do you think of those 4 items went for the most money?
I feel like time is the most valuable. And I feel like he probably put himself above the items. I want to go to the Zoom call.
I haven't talked about this. So yesterday I did edit my Assassin's Creed Revelations video.
The backpack utility, I think, maybe really.
Which in doing so, like, it really reminded me just how important Assassin's Creed used to be to me.
Speaking of the backpack, Mike, how
to a ridiculous degree. Like, it's funny when, like, looking at all the footage. Most of the time, I'm actually talking about Assassin's Creed, and I'm actually ranting about Assassin's Creed. It's insane that, like, that's something I would, like, be able to consistently do.
See, this is interesting, because admittedly, we as a community kind of clown on Frenchie, but the Big Brother community is vast and expansive. Are there people out there who sincerely want this? I think this is a really interesting question. I'm gonna say just an even 20 people bid on the overalls.
Okay, so we're a little bit more optimistic. A total of 6 people bid on the overalls. In fact, the item that had the most individual bidders was Converse shoes at 7. So kind of like peaked at 7 there.
So now the question is, I don't know if you've done the cross comparison. Was it often the same people?
Ooh, there's like, it gives you like digits, and so I could try to see if I could compare, but no, I don't know. I would guess it's the same people.
Like digits, like a social security number?
Well, it's like, you can see the bidding history, and so like this one says 3, and then it like blanks out some of the numbers in the middle, V, so I could go see if there's a 3V somewhere, because this 3V person did a couple of bids on this particular item.
They want to
so I could check it on the other ones as well.
And how many people went for the Zoom call?
Let me see. So for the Zoom call, a total of 6 people bid on the Zoom call for a total of 26 bids. So it kind of went like back and forth a bit.
So it looks like Derek X is really banking on Sarah Beth going home.
We'll talk a little bit more about the Zoom call in a sec, but I want to talk about the Converse and the t-shirts, because both of those items started at $59.99.
Or if Christian doesn't,
So now I want to
can't get
ask
put
you.
up with the veto.
Yeah, the t-shirt, it's signed, Mike. Okay,
Oh
it's
my God, he's
signed.
taking lessons from Julie Chen Moonbiz.
I know. Faith.co or whatever. So they started at $59.99. What is the current bidding price of the t-shirt? So we can do this Price is Right style. So Aman, you can give what you think first, and then I'll ask Mike, and then I have another question where Mike will go first.
For the
So,
t-shirt,
Aman.
you said?
Yeah, for the t-shirt. What do you think the t-shirt's current price is?
So we have an average of around 6 to 7 people that are bidding on all of these items for varying degrees of bids. $59.99. I can probably see someone the first bid probably starting around
Multiple machines detected ahead.
maybe
What's with these Android bots?
$75.
Stay focused.
Maybe. and then I can see the bids sort of fizzling out maybe after 4 or 5 bids. So I'm gonna say 150.
Okay, 150. Mike, what do you think?
Let me cut that in half and go 75. 'Cause if there are
Okay.
only 6 or 7 people bidding on this, I don't know how much jockeying is really having people be like, and $100. You know, you don't have anyone stepping out of the auction ceremony saying, I'm gonna jack it up right now.
Hey, people pay lots of money for Big Brother people's
They
merchandise,
don't have
man,
any
so I wouldn't put it
feelings.
past them.
They're just imitating human speech.
Well, let me tell you,
Let's take them out.
the current bid on the item is $260. So you're closest, yeah, for that T-shirt, baby. Okay.
So those were like going up in like $25 increments, $30 increments.
I think there were a total of like 6 or 7 people bidding, but I think they like went back and forth a few times. So I think they were willing to raise the price to, get those shoes. Okay. So then the other item, the T-shirt. So the other item is the Converse. Okay, so Mike, what do you think? Again, the Converse, the shoes started at $59.99. What do you think they are at now?
Correct me if I'm wrong here, the Converse has the most people bidding on it?
It's 7 versus
7
6.
versus 6, so not
Yes.
too much, but still a good amount. So I think the Converse are signed or not?
They are signed, yes.
Okay, if they are signed, I think it's going to be more than the T-shirt, because I think you can
Fuck,
wear
this is
that. I would much rather wear signed shoes than a signed shirt. I would wear neither, but
Yeah,
I
that's-
just choose to use more than the signed shirt. So I'm going to go with, let's say, 300 even.
Okay, and
For the-
Amon, what do you think for the Converse?
301.
Raising me out.
Love that. Love the strategy. Unfortunately, you went in the wrong direction because it was actually only $161.50. So, interesting value choices here.
The shoes are much more usable than the shirt, people.
Apparently, people disagree with you, Mike.
I feel like with the shirt though, it's easier to display because I doubt people really want to wear it. They just want to have
Oh, yeah, I
it.
forgot about this
And a
one.
shirt you can like put up on the wall.
Those
Shoes
look
you can
like
kind of still do the
Adam
same thing,
are
but it's
easier
less like showy than a shirt is.
You can like mount it, like frame it, where like
Right.
you gotta get like a shadow box and it's like
Yeah,
it's
you
a
can't
whole
frame
thing.
a shoe.
Yeah, you can't frame a shoe. Well, maybe this is why people were more interested in the T-shirt because Frenchie wrote a phrase as well as his signature on this T-shirt.
No.
So, Amon, I'm going to give you 4 phrases, and you need to
This is
try
a
to guess what
machine.
the phrase was that was on the T-shirt.
This shirt is dirtier than a pig rolling through the mud.
Jacob?
Worse than a cat with a room full of rocking chairs
I don't know.
and a meathead with a Frenchie in the house.
Ooh-wee, and a mosquito. Okay, so
Oh, team
option
swaps
A
up, right?
is follow your dreams. Option B is expect the unexpected.
Oh, God.
Option C, I'm a man of my word. Or option D, always vote out the meatheads.
No, I don't want that on a shirt.
Signed by Frenchie, Mike.
I'm pretty sure.
This is always vote out the meathead.
I'm pretty sure this is follow your dreams. I feel like I have a vague memory of him saying that.
That's correct. It says follow your dream.
Because that was like his big campaign about getting on the show as well. I was just like, I'm going to follow my dream.
Yeah, and sometimes you dream you went fishing, and you gotta follow them.
And you gotta catch a big fish.
Oh, yeah, some of my
Catch a
streams
big
where
fish,
they
you gotta put
talk
out the
to
bait. Alright.
Frenchie and he responded with follow your dreams.
Nomination speech probably sits victims.
It's like it just says like
I know
that.
the Sam BB21 was pretty iconic, but that one instantly became iconic. It specifically started with I had a dream.
I had a dream. Oh, Frenchie. Classic Frenchie. Okay, well, Mike, this final question is for you. And I think you're already mathematically eliminated, but you can try to do your best on this one. So, we talked about this, the 15-minute Zoom call. Which 15-minute Zoom call went for more money? So, was it either the call with Big Brother star Frenchie,
Damn it, not another one.
or the call with Big Brother star David Alexander? We got a head-to-head battle here.
I think it's gotta be David. I think it's David no matter what. I think what we've learned is that Frenchie's making a lot of money, but there's a certain subset of people that are going after it. I think David has much wider appeal than Frenchie did right after coming out of the house. So I gotta think it's David.
All right. I got news for you. No one cares about David Alexander because he has 0 bids on his Zoom call. If you'd like to bid, it's only $24.99 and the proceeds go to charity. So I recommend that versus Frenchie's, which is at $159.50. A little bit of just a teeny tiny difference
Looks like we're safe
between the two.
What the
Damn,
hell
I
just
feel like I need to
happened?
put a bid on David's video, man. Y'all doing him dirty out here.
Yeah, just talk about using that disruptor power for 15 minutes. Man.
There was also Send It Sam. He also had 0 bids.
Well, yeah, given, I think, again, going back to BB21 Twitter drama, I think that is apt. Maybe that's the thing is that because of David's original season affiliation, they're like, we're staying away from BB21.
Yeah, it's like, sorry. We just can't do it. We just can't do it.
What the fuck?
All right, well, that's all I have for the quiz, but I do have, there was one other item, because I was trying to find, like, other Big Brother paraphernalia that was on sale. I mean, obviously it was in the wrong category, because I should have been looking in handbags and purses, right?
That's where all the Big Brother stuff is.
Obviously. There was one item that caught my eye. It was the Big Brother, this is literally the description on the item. Big Brother 16, period. The hat that Zach owned was torn, ... selling, ... brother TV show.
What?
The hat that Zach was torn, ... selling brother TV show.
Yes, and it's like the brim. It's like the brim of the pink hat. Let me see. Okay.
Oh, the one that Victoria cut up?
Yes, it's like the brim of the hat. All right, I sent it in the StreamYard chat. So, it's like in some box, like some mount.
Oh, okay.
box,
So they already Frenchied it.
Right, and it looks like it was signed.
Okay, this is good. We should be
Think
able to
by
reach
Zach
command
Rance
here.
and Victoria, or someone
Yeah.
who forged their
Not as the
signatures,
bunker.
who like
Copy?
found a pink hat, busted it up a bit.
That's the thing. I think it's gotta be the latter.
Right?
The title of this, frankly, is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be a sentence. The name of the item that you have, and it is, right? It's like the dot Big Brother 16. Remember when Zach Rance ripped his hat? Here's the brim. That's the name of the item. It feels like someone is trying to, I think, bogard, hoodwink some BB fans here by cutting up a pink hat and putting it in a box.
Yeah, like, what is it? Like, why wouldn't it be the hat that Zach owned that was torn? Why is it that the hat that Zach owned was torn?
I think we've learned to
I think
breathe
I had
out.
more of a
So,
problem
TB,
with the
I was hoping we could
brother
talk about our
TV
next
show. We just like left off
I'm
the
worried
second
about the
Big
damage
Brother
we took
like
in that
part of
last
that.
battle.
Also, why are you writing
Brother.
selling in your title? Like, that's the
Maybe we should return to
implication,
the
is that you're
resistance
selling
camp
it.
to resupply and
No
conduct
idea.
On brother.
On Brother
He's a
TV
brother. What's going for? Well, okay, so there's no bids. All right, so no one has at least fallen for
Let's
this
go back.
yet, but it's
You
at
got it.
$450. This is absolutely ridiculous.
I wanted to go back
And
anyway.
the seller does not accept returns, so stay away from this one.
What happens if
That's all
Bush
I'll say.
continue fighting?
Yeah, buyer beware. Holy moly. Though I guess I do want the hat that Zach owned was torn ... selling ... brother TV show.
I mean, same, don't we all?
Drops.
All right. So let's talk some more BB23 because I have one final game for us to wrap up the B&B here. This comes from via Felipe Shimon. He sent me some intel that a recent video has made its way across the official Big Brother social media channels, and it essentially brands itself as like secrets behind diary room doors, where certain contestants went into the diary room and were asked, "What is one secret that you would tell people that people don't know about
Whitney
you?" This is like
interviews
past
that.
the fun facts.
I have no interest in watching,
New
but
frozen Chips Ahoy treats from
I'll see
Wawa. Your summer journeys can be
I'll watch the
just
whole
as
thing
epic
next
as your
year.
summer destinations.
Please,
Hey, thank you.
clearly.
Hey Whitney, how are you? This is Sestrino and Taryn Armstrong for RHAP. How are you doing today?
I
Oh,
am
they just go
doing
right into it.
great. I didn't get much sleep last night. My mind has been whirling, but I am doing fantastic.
Wait, Whitney is really attractive.
It was a 10-0 vote against you last night. Why do you feel like that the whole house, it seemed like it was a very pleasant goodbye. Why do you feel like everybody went along with the vote against you?
It's really unfortunate. As you've seen so far this season, every single vote has either been unanimous, sufficient to help take out some big competitors, because I'm not afraid to make those moves.
And so Derek X had actually been doing a lot of work to convince the queen.
And have learned about what's going on with the cookout. How surprised are you to hear about the other
competitors?
Yeah, we saw.
Yeah, maybe I will. Let's do it.
You
Fuck
told
it.
about the Royal Flush Alliance, and that kind of came into prominence as the slaughterhouse sort of disintegrated. Were you concerned when the slaughterhouse was going away that that maybe something else was going to be built and that you weren't a part of it?
Oh, absolutely. The slaughterhouse, I don't even know if I can call that a real alliance. I think that was just Frenchie being like, oh, and maybe you go in there, and then maybe you go in there, and then all of us were like, why are you here? Like, I'm so confused. So it was very chaotic. I never actually thought that would make it very far. But I
While we're
did see a
here,
lot of the Royal
do
Flush
this.
forming over the last couple weeks. You could see a lot of personal relationships coming together a lot more, and I did know that I wasn't a part of it, which is why I went to Christian, Alyssa, X, and
Oh, you need
Derek
materials
X
for that?
sometime
Oh, that's
last
kind of
week
bullshit.
to hopefully form something
do I
together,
want any of
be a
these?
part of it, and
I'm never
unfortunately,
gonna
at that
use
point,
these. That's the problem.
I know last night we got your reaction to the Royal Flush. I know you've been doing press all day today and have learned about what's going on with the cookout. How surprised are you to hear about the other hidden alliance in the house?
Maybe I will
I'm
get that.
honestly not surprised whatsoever.
But I
you
also
can
want to get
see
that.
These relationships forming, people aren't being sneaky about it. I'm surprised.
No,
by
let's
the
do
size
this
of it.
and then
The fact
sell
that the Royal Flush is an
something so
8-person
we can
alliance
afford the
is
other one.
shocking to me. I feel like there's no way that's going to work out, and people are going to start backstabbing each other probably any day now. The cookout, I saw a lot of those relationships forming, but there are some people within that alliance that they really don't talk much game whatsoever, at least around me. So I was surprised to see them actually working in something. Like Derek F supposedly hates talking game. Azza hates talking game, stays by herself. So the fact that they're in an alliance together is like mind-boggling to me.
Let's do that
We
one.
did see Oz's goodbye message to you. What was your reaction to her crush on Xavier?
Middle school crush.
Yes, middle school crush on Xavier.
Who doesn't have a crush on Xavier? Like, I wasn't shocked whatsoever. I think everybody who has seen this man would have a crush on him, so I'm not surprised at all. If that is one of the reasons why she wanted me out of the house, I feel like that's pretty childish, and she could have played a little smarter than that, but I understand.
Is it under? Yeah, it's under this.
There's a great clip of you massaging his hand and her giving a death stare, so...
Really? He was my favorite person in the house. Beyond the fact that he's very attractive, he is the person that I felt the closest connection with and could actually talk to without being overwhelmed, because there's so many big personalities in the house. So I at least see him as a friend. I feel bad that she got so upset about. No, I don't feel bad. Never mind. I don't feel bad that she got upset.
Whitney, you got to put together your team as the person who won that first part of the HOH for the Aces. Did you have any of your draft picks that you wish you could have had a do-over on?
I wish that I would have kept Travis instead of Brent. We all saw, I'm sure, Brent's personality over time. I wish that I didn't have to be around that man as much as I was. So that would have been my first decision that I could have changed. But if I could have created my own team from scratch, it probably would have been
We'll
X.
just go with that.
Probably would have kept Hannah, would have loved to have Sarah Beth, and probably Derek X still, as much as I hope he goes out soon. That would have been my dream team.
Why are you hoping Derek X goes out soon?
Are you kidding me? Did you hear him? He was so blunt when he was like, well, Hannah and I will be here next week. Like, I knew immediately that they were working against me. I hope he goes soon. He was going to be one of my targets.
Did you feel like that he's working against you, or that it was just that, that if he was going to stay, there was what is he supposed to do? Like, he couldn't rally the house to save you.
Else?
Well, yeah, exactly, but that's still going against me. I'm still on his team. He should have still fought for me at least one more week.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he wasn't working with me, which makes him working against me.
I'll tell you, it was not his ideal scenario that you left this week. It was not what he wanted. But
Oh, really?
they're actually,
He fought for me.
I wouldn't say he fought for you because he was fighting for Hannah more, but there was a plan last week. A lot of people wanted to keep you in the game because you were talking about going after Christian and Alyssa, and so. Derek X had actually been doing a lot of work to convince the queens that they should want to keep you and Hannah around to go after the kings for them. But with that, Christian won HOH.
No, they were already wanting to target their own.
This is 9S.
Alliance.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I have an incoming message for 2B
They're gonna
and
blow up,
9S
I
from the
swear,
commander.
this week.
Initiating playback.
Yeah, maybe onto something. Yeah.
No way.
2B,
Oh my
9S.
gosh,
right?
that's
We've lost
good.
contact with several Yorha units
See,
that
my
were on
ideal
their way to the
alliance would
surface.
have been
Their
Christian,
black boxes
Alyssa,
are
Derek
online,
X,
so we presume
and
they're
X.
still alive.
That would have been
We
my
tracked
ideal
the
alliance. I
location
feel like
of the
that's a good
signal.
number. 8
So I
people,
need
there's
all
no
Yorha
way you're
units
gonna
on
make it
the
very much
surface to
further
head
without
over
it
and
just
investigate.
exploding.
End
You
transmission.
mentioned that it was difficult to be around Brent. Could you
Target location
describe a
confirmed.
little bit
I'm
what was
worried
the
about the
biggest
other
challenge
androids.
about
We should probably
not
check
only
this out as
living
soon
with
as
Brent, but
possible.
also being on a team with him?
He's so arrogant. I don't want to talk too poorly about a person, but he was just infuriating to be around. It was so hard for me to be around him that people would joke about the fact that he and I are most likely a divorced couple in the season. And they that was
Looks
one
like
of
our
the twists of the
surface route's been
season
cut
was
off.
that they threw in some
Maybe we
divorced
can
couple
get
because
through
we
from
fought so
underground.
much. He just thinks that everything he says is right. He thinks that he's God's gift. He thinks that
So
all
2B,
women love him.
those
He
machines
just
out in the
has such
desert
a
look just
high
like
opinion of
androids,
himself,
right?
and it's just
Right.
really
But
hard to
we
be around.
androids were modeled after our human creators. So why would machines
If
try
I
to
if
look
I had
like
to
us?
pinpoint where
There's
things
no
actually
point
started to go
trying to
wrong
work
for you,
out
it
unsolvable
actually
problems.
probably starts with
I
Tiffany.
suppose.
You had a good relationship with Tiffany in week 1. You kind of bonded over being parents, but basically by week 2, she
I
felt like
forgot
you
about
didn't
that,
really
yeah.
talk much game with her,
I
and
went
thus
away
found
real
you a
quick.
bit threatening. What happened with that relationship?
I didn't know that she thought that I felt that, so I have no idea. I thought that we were still fine. I had no idea. You were telling me something I had no idea about.
Well, there you go.
That was definitely not a conscious effort at all. I just we didn't talk so much for some reason. I have no idea.
Combat data exchange
Hey.
requested.
I didn't know that. See, that's what I'm looking forward to. I can't wait to go back and binge watch everything and to read a few things.
It's so weird. Whitney's 30 with 2 kids. It's so fucking weird. I mean, she very much screams out like a 20-year-old.
Communication.
We called it the Frenchie Revolution. That whole period of time when he was in charge, it was just utter chaos. I adore the man as a person. As a game player, it was exhausting and overwhelming and emotional. And if you did not stay awake until 4 a.m., you could wake up and be like, oh, I'm the target now? What happened? We were fine last night. Because his opinion changed so much, and there was so much talking behind people's backs. And at one point, he walked into a room randomly, pointed at me, and said, as far as the other side of the house, I'm out. He blew up my game when I supposedly was going to be a final 2 with him. He was very unpredictable.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
He was a lot.
I really enjoyed the conversation between you and him about the All Women's Alliance that he helped start.
I laughed in his face when he told me his name.
Yeah. You did. So this was sort of an interesting part of your game. You heard about this women's alliance, but then you did kind of learn that Frenchie, because he started it and then immediately ratted it out. But you did talk about wanting women to do well in the game, and that ended up being used against you. Certainly with the men. Is that something that you were concerned about when you talked about this? Is that something that you would have stuck to? Because the main argument was, Whitney will never vote for a man in the final 2, so it behooves the men to get her out pre-jury.
Oh, behooves is one of my favorite words to use, by the way. I love that word. But I mean, I don't have any regrets
Getting
because I am
resistance
very
signals from that building over there.
pro-female. I would love for a female to win, but I'm a lot more logical when it comes to my decisions. And if I were a man who made smarter moves versus a woman who was able to coached through, per se, I would absolutely vote for the man to win. Just because a female's in the final two doesn't mean that would have been my game decision choice for that person. Like, I would have been a lot more logical than that. Ideally, it will be a strong female who earned her place to win, but again, like, that wouldn't change my choice and vote whatsoever.
Okay, Whitney, I know you got to run, but thank you so much for making some time to talk to us today, and enjoy your time outside of the house after 30 long days in the Big Brother 23 house.
Thank you. I'm ready to go see my kids and go to the beach.
Yeah. Okay. Take care.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Whitney.
It's nice to meet you
These
guys.
machines are heavily armed. We'll regret it later if we let them
Is
escape.
that like again they do an intro after?
Surprisingly great rates to everyone. Sure you do. You want to meet the queen? I'm not dressed for that.
You know, past
Yeah,
all
I'm
the
not
stuff
even
in the
looking at
bio,
the
past the stuff they told the house guests, what's one secret people don't know about you? So this game's gonna be super simple. I'm gonna give a secret. We're gonna go back and forth. You'll each give a guess. And if you get it right, you get a point. I guess before that, though, do any of you have any secrets behind our, B&B diary room doors, things that you have never told anybody before that you'd like people to know?
Some kind of crystal?
What kind of question is that?
I know, it's very prideful, right?
Yeah, hey, so, like, we've been having fun and talking and just, like, joking around, but, like, open up about your deepest, darkest secret. My deepest, darkest secret, obviously, is that I actually was the one bid that we'll be putting in for the Big Brother 16 dot. The hat that Zach owned was
put out on the street.
selling. Yeah, just giving it up. No, I have no idea what I would share for my secret. Because obviously you're not going to share a real secret. Come on. Like, none of these people are sharing real secrets.
I'll share a real secret. I'll be like, I don't care.
I'll share one too.
I'm not going to go into full detail, but at least the information will be out there. I used to, meaning past tense, no longer, I used to have a crush on somebody at RHAP. I have since gotten over it. How about that?
Oh my god, that's my secret too.
My secret is I don't know if this is like the correct term. I'm partially colorblind.
Totally okay.
So I cannot distinguish between shades of like dark green, dark blue, gray, and black. They all look the same to me. And I only found this out recently, so it's a very recently revealed secret, hence why nobody knows about it.
Oh, is it because of Among Us? You were like playing Among Us and you were like, oh no.
That's partially it. There would be things like we'd have apparently what's a gray blanket, and I'd be like, oh, the dark green blanket, or like I have a pair of slippers that are apparently navy, but I think they're black. Like, it's just bringing that up in conversations. Yeah, I was thinking about this beforehand, obviously, for my own prompt, and I was like, they're actually... The three of us have been on so many damn podcasts. I think there's actually very little we have not revealed about ourselves, respectively. So I have to go to like the very recent well to pull something.
Oh my god, I'm trying to even think like what I would like. I'm sure there's things that are like secrets that I've never shared, but just like nothing. I'm like looking around for a secret, like maybe
I share
show me one.
Lamb.
All right, I'll think about it. Maybe one will come to me by the end of the game.
All right, well, I'll start with Amon while Liana keeps thinking, but we'll go to Liana if Amon gets it wrong here. So again, I'm going to read a secret. The answer are going to be anyone who's still in the game as of week 4.
Yeah, I think Derek X actually thinking about changing his target to SP.
Anyone but Travis, Frenchie,
about a machine
or
like
Brett.
this.
I can only imagine what the secret that those guys would be. All right, Amon, who said for their secret, I am a huge football fan.
A huge football fan. So maybe it's a girl, because a girl wouldn't be stereotypically into football, and if they revealed that they were into football, then it might make them seem more athletic, or athletically inclined. Is it Claire?
It is not Claire. Leon, I'll give you a guess.
I will go with Alyssa.
You are both incorrect. It was Hannah, who's a huge football fan. She says, in fact, she is the person that has to explain football to others.
Well, this is the Hannah mode.
Yeah, you could teach me. It's gonna go over my head again, but it's fine. I'll have fun listening.
Alright, Liana, let's start with you. This time. I went to skydiving school. I have over 10 jumps. Christian. That is incorrect. Amon, do you have a guess?
Skydiving. Jump out. Which I fully endorse, by the way. I went once. It's amazing. I'm gonna go with Whitney.
I'm sorry, it was Highland. Is the skydiving
He was the other one that was swimming in my mind, and I was like, damn it.
Whitney would have been my second guess too, Amon.
Damn it. Alright.
Alright, next up here, we'll start with you, Amon. I can fall asleep at any second.
I mean, I have an obvious answer, but
If we take hacking damage, it'll
that's
affect
not
our
a
bodies
secret.
as well.
We know, girl.
To be.
I mean, would he be that unaware that he would think this is a secret?
Yeah, that like no one knows, and it's like, oh, this is my secret.
I'm not sure. I don't care.
It is
These look like corpses.
Again, I love the fact that like he thinks it's a secret. We've seen you just lay on that David.
Well, here's the other secret we put out there, because he had two, but I put it out because this was even more obvious that I still fall asleep at any second. I love
I forgot that was an element of this, that we can see the names now
Oh my god,
in this
that's so
playthrough.
funny.
I didn't pay attention to that.
He also practices like these steps.
This is the last playthrough, we didn't see the names of the bosses, it's all like in
There's
the
anything you don't know about me because you've
jumbled
seen me.
language or whatever.
By the way, my two secrets are things that literally everyone sees me doing at any point in time of the day.
What the fuck is up with the camera?
24 hours a day, essentially.
Like, it was like this last time too, isn't it? I think it's on purpose, but shit.
I would not be surprised if he ends up getting one for his own apartment after this. I'm like, okay, I found it. I found his caliber.
His ideal furniture.
Alright, Liana. I used to
Almost
sell
analyzed the enemy's
worms for
hacking
money
pattern.
when I was
I'm going to
younger.
try to hack it back.
And I will
Keep
know
it busy.
Frenchie is not an
You
option
got
on
it.
this.
Used to sell worms for money. Who has the entrepreneurial spirit?
Oh, shit.
So I
You?
know that. I mean, obviously Tiffany has her own business. Derek X also has his own like startup-y thing.
Does he though?
I'll go with Derek X.
Fuck.
That is incorrect. Amon, do you have a guess?
It's off the board. Derek F is off the board. Or is it not even a thing in this?
It's, yeah, well, you can do that. So you can cross off Hannah, cross off Big T, cross off Kyland.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
what? Why am I having such difficulty with this?
Selling worms for money. I would assume that they were selling them as bait, which means that they lived probably on a coastal place in the country.
Shit.
Fuck. But I can't remember where all of them are from. So it's a big point for me.
I don't know, use the Jacob Jones geography. Then everyone's from the south. secret said that he'll probably sleep his way to the top too, which phrasing.
Oh my.
Well, hey, know your strengths, girl.
I mean, there was a recent
There
Reddit
we
post, right,
go.
that said that showmances actually have a lot of
Ugh.
success in Big Brother, so like,
Yeah, they do.
yeah, yep. All right, Liana, let's start with you. I really love alligators. A secret dream of mine is to be an alligator expert and work with alligators.
Okay. Is it Christian?
It is not Christian. Amon, do you have a guess?
That was gonna be my guess too. That just seems like a Christian thing to say.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm gonna go with Sarah Beth.
You are correct. It is Sarah Beth.
Wait, what? More show
Sarah
up?
Beth, where is she coming from? Here, where her favorite movie is Rush Hour 2, and she wants to be an alligator expert as her dream job.
Because she's already a forensic scientist, so it's like, girl. Talk about traits.
I guess maybe that'd be cool with that, like she lives in Florida, right? Maybe she moved there to get closer to the alligators.
The gators, yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Whatever.
Do you think, like,
What the fuck was that?
sometimes we think of, like, Dr. Will and NPH, do you think if she talks enough about alligators, they'll put alligators for her in the house?
Maybe, or making her comic.
It'll be, yeah, or it'll be OTEV or something. It's like the giant
What?
alligator.
Why wasn't it? Well, never.
Exactly.
No, I'm just wasting time at this point. It's like, I think it's just quicker to kill it.
Down in Florida. What if she's had it, or if she's kind of like,
Oh, she want to work with alligators, as in,
I don't want to eat her meat.
She'll be the new Joe Exotic, but like the alligator version of that. So I can see it, Peter girl.
all right, someone like Getter Girl. All right, Amon. I do not like chocolate.
Not like chocolate.
Brent is off the table, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
This is a toss-up. I think this is a fairly common secret to have. I'm gonna guess this is Alyssa.
That is incorrect. Liana, do you have a guess?
Oh my gosh. Is it Ozza?
That is correct.
Affirmative.
What made you feel that way?
I don't know. I kind of went through process of elimination. I didn't feel right with anybody else, and then I thought, yeah, maybe Ozza. I could see it.
Yeah.
I could see it.
I think it's specifically because Brittany does not like chocolate, and so she felt bad and decided to also gain some antipathy towards chocolate.
I'd eat chocolate for you.
In solidarity.
Yeah, exactly.
Sacrifice my chocolate for you. Yeah.
All right, Liana, I have jumped off the tallest bridge in the United States, and I absolutely hated it.
Ooh, and I absolutely hated it. Okay. Oh my gosh. Has Christian traveled a lot? Do we know?
Trouble.
He's gotta like get to the tallest bridge, right? Wherever that may be.
Almost into his parents' backyard.
I don't know. I have no idea. I'll go with Derek X.
That is incorrect. Amon, do you have a guess?
Who's gonna do shit like that? Claire seems to be adventurous. It could be a Christian. I think it's between those two for me. I'm gonna go with Claire again. I've guessed her so many times.
Well, a broken clock is right twice a day. You are correct. It was Claire. I thought the and I absolutely hated it might give it away because it was a very clear delivery of like, I jumped off it and I hated it. She said that basically, the thing you don't realize about bungee jumping is that you go down and bounce back up and then down again. So essentially when you go bungee jumping, you're going up and down roughly 15 times. It does not end with a plummet, and she did not like that.
Yeah, that's,
Okay,
yeah.
that makes sense.
She does not like heights, which goes against my, I think, solely held theory that tall people do not have a fear of heights because they're so tall.
Yeah, that's just you.
Working theory. They doubted Galileo, so I think.
Sure.
All right. Come on. I have my drone pilot's license.
Oh my god, this
I
really
remember
is taking
this
forever.
conversation. Somebody was talking about this on Twitter. I think somebody talked about it in an RHAP podcast too. But I wasn't paying attention.
This is that test, right, where you get caught out like, oh, damn it, why didn't I listen to the seminars?
Yeah, I should have been
Thanks for
paying
the
attention.
assist.
Oh, you mean the hacking?
I feel like I have
No
a memory
worries.
of Rob
Us
saying
spammers are pretty
something,
good at
making
that
some
kind of
joke
thing.
about wall yellers
I've
and
got your
stuff like
back
that.
anytime.
Is it Derek X?
I'm sorry too, but I
not
think they
Derek
were only
X,
being
it's
kept
Liana.
alive by that
I
enemy.
wasn't guessing that. No, it's fine. Oh well, whatever.
You want another guess? You want to take
No, it's
a
okay, it's
shot?
So we'll get to safe point,
let
then
me
we'll
see.
call it
I've
a
been
day.
keeping a list of who is.
Which I think there's a
board
safe
still.
point right outside.
All right, so I was thinking this in the first couple of answers, and I feel like I'm getting away from it. But like, what would somebody consider to
The
be a
machine had
secret?
some pretty weird
Like,
things
this
to
is like
say,
a
huh?
secret.
It's
Because I
almost
feel
like
like
it
for
had actual
Christian,
emotion.
that's like
machines
not
don't
like the
have
biggest
feelings.
secret. So
You
I'm
said that
thinking it's
yourself.
either
Yeah,
Alyssa or Tiffany.
I guess.
So I think I'm gonna go with Alyssa.
That is correct.
Okay, girl, go ahead.
Yeah, she
Okay,
said she
now
took
your
a
drone
class in
license.
college, and now she has her drone pilot's license. So indeed,
Hostile.
next year she could be that person to fly a drone into the house
Oh.
to, spy on the house guests.
She can send the message.
If only they had that. Remember that BB2
This thing is
challenge where they had to
awfully
fly
verbose
the
for a
remote control
machine.
helicopter? If only they had still had that. That would be like Alyssa's wheelhouse.
Yeah, and then the next thing you're gonna be telling me, Tiffany, is like I'm a pro CD thrower, and so when they throw CDs into the pool, yeah, she'll be an
Could be a
expert at
trap.
it.
All right,
Still,
last
we
secret.
should at
Liana,
least
we're
head
gonna
over
start
there
with
and
you
gather
here.
data, right?
Okay.
I really love to sing. I don't know if I have a singing voice.
I feel like that is Britney because of the rapping.
Yeah, mine's here.
I don't have a singing voice, but I do rap.
I do dabble in a bit of rap.
Let me take off the brim of my Zach's pink hat was torn in Brother TV show.
Selling, yeah.
Mine's here.
I don't know. This
It
could be
could
like a
be
secret
one.
for
Actually, I wanna see
Christian
this.
or something like that. So I
Does
think
it
I'm gonna go with
say-
Christian.
That is incorrect. Amon, one last guess.
Oh wow.
Okay. Oh no. Mine's here. Next episode, continue on. Pro. Thanks for
He's
watching.
always like singing around the house.